and welcome to your I've been sitting in a chair too long workout and stretching routine. So we're going to start with some rib circles. So you can start by shifting your ribs to the left and then slowly rotate forward, to the side, back, and around. This is going to be kind of confusing and weird unless you've done something like belly dancing before, but with some practice you'll get the hang of it and eventually you can do some rotation things. It's a nice way to warm up your shoulders and back and spine a little bit. So we're going to do a few of those in each direction. And then let's roll our shoulders backwards. Let's do that a few times. And then switch directions. Nice crackly shoulders. And now we're going to practice the front of that rotation. We're just going to lift our chest up and then relax. Lift it up and relax. And lift it up and relax. And now I want you to gently roll your neck forward. Don't apply too much pressure. We're just relaxing, loosening up our neck a little bit. Okay. And now we're going to do a few squats. So I want you to shift to the front of your chair. And all we're going to do, so you can reach forward a little bit, lean forward, just stand up. And now sit back down. And stand up. And now sit back down. Let's do that a few times. Should be starting to feel a little warm by now. Okay. Now, let's stretch our necks to the side. You should feel a nice stretch in here. Hold that for a nice deep breath, maybe two. And let's go to the other side. And now gently let's roll our head back a little bit. Again, be careful not to roll too hard. Your neck is still a little, probably going to be a little tense, and you don't want to pinch anything and give yourself a neck cramp. Okay. Now, we're going to do this forward rolly one again, but with a little more stretch to it. Maybe focus on that side stretch and then relax your head forward. Side stretch and relax your head forward. Side stretch and relax your head forward. So what we're going to do next is we're going to stretch the side of the neck again, but we're going to pull our arm down. So you can reach behind yourself or in front of yourself to get a little pull down opposite the side that you're stretching. Let's do that on one side, and let's do that on the other side. Let's do some more big shoulder rolls. Rolling bigger than you did last time. Try to really reach to the extent you can lift your shoulders up and back and down and forward. Really work that full range of motion. Okay. Shoot your arms out a little bit. I want you to cross one arm across your chest, straight arm. Reach across until you get a nice stretch. Ideally, you should be feeling a stretch somewhere in here. And then I want you to gently raise that shoulder and lower it. You can do a few of those, just playing around with that stretch. Let's do that for a deep breath or two. Shake our arms out and do the other side. Get that nice stretch and then play around with shifting your shoulder up and down just a little bit. Okay. Now, we're going to stretch our triceps. We got two options for this. One, you can reach up and over and hold on to your elbow here to help get that arm behind you. If you're extra flexible, you can do this.
You're not visible.
If you're extra flexible, you can do this. And again, let's hold this for a nice breath or two. Should be getting a nice good stretch in through here. Now let's do the other side. We're going to do a few wrist stretches. So, I want you to hold your hand like this. I want you to reach around that hand and grab onto the meat of the base of your thumb. You're going to put your other thumb between your middle and ring finger, and you're going to kind of curl your wrist down.
Back up.
This is the movement we're going for. Should be a nice twisty wrist stretch. And again, let's hold that for a breath or two. Release. And let's try the other side. So again, grip the hand, thumb between the middle and ring finger, and twist gently down. Now, you're going to hold your hand facing down. You're going to mirror that hand, and you're going to gently pull and twist up and out. Are you getting a stretch?
Yeah.
Cool. Cool. And let's shake our wrists out a little bit. Now, I want you to cross one knee over the other knee. Pull back against that crossed knee and twist away. Ideally, you should be getting a bit of a stretch in the hip, but also a little stretch in your torso as you twist. You can use the back of your chair to help twist yourself a little harder if it's hard to generate enough twist just with your core muscles to get a good stretch. And then let's cross the other leg over, pull against that knee, and get a nice twist. When you're doing these twists, it can be a little hard to breathe, but if you breathe in, and then as you exhale, you twist a little harder, that can get you a nice stretch and also allow the breathing to work with your stretch. So, next, I want you to bring your foot up, put your foot on your other knee. I want you to pull your toes towards your shin, keep your ankle nice and straight, and maybe you can rest your knee on your elbow on your knee. Your knee might be up here, that's fine. Maybe you can sit here. Your knee might be way down here, good for you. Wherever you want to be is where you have a nice gentle stretch. You don't want to be hurting yourself, you just want to feel a gentle stretch. Make sure to keep the ankle straight. You don't want to be collapsing your ankle. I don't want to see this kind of thing. It's not good. And foot down, let's switch to the other side. And again, let's hold this for a good deep breath or two. And finally, stand up, shake our legs out a little bit, hands behind the back, and I want you to just bend forward as much as you can bend. Try to bend your hips with your torso. I don't want you to do this. I want you to bend as far as you can from your hips. If that bend is here, and that's where you're getting a hamstring stretch, that's perfect. That's exactly where I want you to be. If that bend is here, That's amazing. Wherever you are, the goal is to get a nice stretch through your hamstrings. So we're going to hang out here for a couple of breaths. And now to finish, let's just shake all over a little bit. And there you go. Back to work. And if you want a longer version of this, any of these exercises, you can just hold a little extra longer. Instead of holding it for a breath or two, hold it for 5 or 6 or even 10. These stretches are fine to go longer if you need a longer break, if you're feeling extra tense, extra stiff. Feel free to take your time going through this. Anyway, have a good day.